Good evening and welcome inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse at Durfee High School for Big 3 girls basketball. Should be a great game tonight as the Lady Whalers come to town. Hello again, everybody. Evan Massoud with Owen Norton here on Channel 9, Fred TV. And we're very happy that you're with us tonight. Should be a great game. So, Owen, we were talking before the game, and this is a big game tonight because Durfee's hit a rough patch, but the Hilltoppers can right the ship tonight. If they win this game, they tie for the Big 3 championship.
Yeah, well, as we all know, if they tie for this Big 3 championship, they're headed off to states, and that'll be a huge victory for the Hilltoppers. As you said, they've been in a little bit of a rut recently, so a big win tonight will really help them out.
They come into the game at 7-8. On the other side, the Lady Whalers at 1-12. It's been a really tough season for Coach Pina and the Lady Whalers. 0-3 in the Big 3, but confidence booster if they can knock off Durfee tonight. That would go a long way for them.
Yes, it would. That would really help them out.
All right, we are going to take a quick break here for the national anthem, so stay with us through that, and then we'll run down the starters just about game time here on Fred TV, so don't change that channel. All right, Owen, so we got 60 seconds before tip-off here tonight at the field house. Why don't you run down the starters for the visiting Whalers?
So the Lady Whalers start off here tonight with number 5 senior Elena Garcia, also number 11 senior captain Paige Aviza, number 12 Devin Autunes, number 15 Riley Indino, and number 33 Ali Lucio.
And for the Durfee Hilltoppers, captain number 1, Isabel McDonald. Number 3, Alyssa Correa. Number 15, captain Nicole Emsley. Number 34, captain Jordan Govin. And number 35, Shaylin Carrero. So the Lady Hilltoppers, again, they come in at 7-8. The Lady Whalers at 1-12. Durfee coached by Brendan Kelly. And the Lady Whalers coached by Coach Pina, Jordan Pina. The last time we saw the Durfee girls was back on January 8th, and that was a Big 3 win against Brockton. Really impressive game because the Durfee girls were trailing in that one, and they trailed by 4 coming into the fourth quarter, and they won it by 4. That was a big game, and Shaylin Carrero, she was fantastic that night, over 20 points. So I'd say keep an eye on her underneath. I think she's going to have a big presence here tonight again. Durfee gets the opening possession. That is Carrero, but they lose it just like that. Whalers coming away with it. That's a quick three put up by Riley Indio. Just like that, we got a whistle as well. So off to the fast start here tonight. So Whalers grab a quick 3-0 lead on the Indio jumper from outside. Emsley with it. Travel call. That'll turn the ball over. Don't mind, it's always fun to brag a little bit, but we here on Fred TV have a very good record in Big 3 games that we've covered, particularly games that we cover for the Lady Hilltoppers. Coach Brendan Kelly, whenever I show up, especially in a game like this, he'll always say, "So nice to see you, sir." And I think you know how superstitious he is. It's great, and I love playing into it. I actually told him after last game against Brockton, he said, "Thank you again." I said, "I'll send you the bill." But really, ever since I've been covering basketball games, this is now my 4th season, we have been very lucky. We have a winning record here on Fred TV, at least in Durfee games. We have a winning record, so never a bad thing, I guess, right?
Yes, definitely. That's definitely a very good thing for the Lady Hilltoppers here tonight.
Do have one foul in the game. That was on Isabel McDonald. Been a long 30 seconds. Usually these first quarters, they've been flying by, but only 40 seconds now have elapsed after that 3. A lot of whistles, a lot of stoppages in play. Oh, Jordan Garvin thought about going for 3. Instead, she'll bank it in for 2.
She's been very reliable all season on that.
Garvin has been a spark, that's for sure. And one of the most amazing things was if we go back to that Brockton game, it was probably one of her worst games of the season. Coach Kelly told me that she was in Bree mode, referencing, of course, Brianna Camara, who had a 1,000-point career here at Durfee, graduating last year rather. And Jordan didn't get her first basket until the 4th quarter. So it was a really rough game for her, just an off night. So we'll look to see how she's doing now that it's been basically a month since we've seen the Durfee girls. So gets a pass underneath to Carrero. That was set up nicely. And the Hilltoppers have answered after the quick 3 with 4 straight points of their own. Indio wants another 3. That one off the mark. Loose ball. Going to have a jump ball. There's the whistle. It will be New Bedford ball. Arrow is pointing that way. And now with the change of possession here after the jump ball, they'll switch to the arrow. So Durfee will get the next one. That ball was blocked. Carrero gets the rebound, gets it out. Hilltoppers on the move. McDonald with it. Out to Garvin. This is for 3. That is no good. Carrero using the height. Goes out of bounds. Red ball. New Bedford gets it back.
A win here tonight would be huge for the Lady Hilltoppers. As I said before, they'd be making it to the state tournament. And that would be great for them as for the remainder of the season. They wouldn't have to worry about getting the 10 wins that they would need if they didn't win the Big 3.
And that's a good point. A lot of people may not know this, so I'm glad you brought that up, is that you have to get your 10 wins. That's basically half of your games that you have to win to get into the state tournament. However, if you win your league, with the Big 3 being so small, you play 4 conference games in a season. Durfee could only have 4 wins, but if those 4 wins come in the Big 3 and they sweep the division, they'll get in the tournament, even if it's only 4 wins. So it's kind of an interesting conundrum, I guess, because people argue that the Big 3 isn't what it once was. The reason for the Big 3 was nobody wanted to play Durfee, Brockton, or New Bedford. They said, let's put them in their own league. Well, unfortunately, times have changed. I wouldn't say, maybe not unfortunately, but I'd say times have changed because other schools have gotten better. So it's not so much that things have dropped off at Durfee, New Bedford, and Brockton, but other schools have gotten better. There's more leagues now. Truthfully, I'd like to see the Big 3 merge with Old Colony, which is BR, Dartmouth, and Barnstable. These are teams that the Big 3 play anyway. So why not have them mean something and have a 6-team race? You'll have so many more league games. I would love to see that.
Yeah, there has been talk about just banning the big three because there is only 3 teams, and because of how easy it is to get into the state tournament.
Well, and the same thing can be said for Old Colony because they're a 3-team league. So, and they're all local. You know, Durfee's played Barnstable, and BRs are always a an annual battle in most sports. Same with Dartmouth. So for me, I see it as have more games that means something than less. But there will people that'll say, oh, please, the Durfee, Brockton and the Durfee New Bedford games are stressful enough. Don't add any more to them. So, there's pluses and minuses for that argument. A stalemate here over the last couple minutes. No scoring. Durfee continues to lead 4-3. Hilltoppers turn it over just as quick as New Bedford turned it over. And now Durfee gets it back. McDonald going to the whip, and she is foul. It'll be New Bedford's second, I believe, here. Actually, it's New Bedford's first, and it is Paige Aviza's first, one of the 3 captains for the Whalers. So McDonald at the line shooting 2, and she'll hit the first. Durfee with 3 fouls in the opening minutes. Nothing but net for McDonald. 2 for 2 in her first trip to the free throw line. Durfee doubles their lead on New Bedford. 6-3 the score. And another whistle blown. Durfee picks up their 4th foul. This is the first on Emsley. Indio with it. Has the only points for New Bedford tonight. That one out of bounds. Durfee will get the ball right back.
That was a smart play by Shaylin Carrero there, just letting that ball go out rather than trying to play it.
Ooh, the inbound pass off the basket. And that should be a turnover because the back of the glass is out of bounds. And indeed it is. So dead ball. Whalers get it back in. That's Lucio. And an errant pass goes into the crowd. Durfee gets it back anyway. So a lot of turnovers early in this game.
That's something that we've seen the Durfee boys also have a huge problem with. So if these girls can cut down on the turnovers here, that'll be an easy game for them.
Maybe we should check the air pressure in that basketball. Yeah, I went there. Carrero puts it in for 2. So 8-3 the score. So going back, it's been now basically 3.5 minutes since New Bedford scored. They opened the game 10 seconds in with a 3, and they've got nothing since. And another layup there. That one goes to Nicole Emsley, her first basket. And Coach Pina wants a timeout. So 10-3 the score halfway through this first quarter, and the Whalers will go into the huddle and try to sort this one out.
Yeah, they certainly needed that timeout there, as they were really getting dominated by Durfee there.
Yeah, something seemed to happen like literally over the last maybe 60 to 90 seconds because it was 4-3, and in the blink of an eye, now it's a 7-point lead. And with the Whalers have really struggled this year. Again, 1-12 on the season. They got their first win just a couple games ago against Fairhaven. Coach Pina was telling me, they're just undersized right now, and it wasn't so much a matter of it being an inexperienced team because a lot of players are back. They did lose their best scorer from last year, Cassie White, and I do remember seeing her over the last few years, and she was a great player. And so you lose that offensive spark and a little bit undersized, and we can see that watching this game. So, they're going to rebuild. They'll be back in it. This is not their year. But if you're Durfee, you got to just stick to your game. This is not a game that you want to lose.
Yeah, it would certainly be a huge upset for Durfee here tonight.
Stolen by McDonald. She's going to go to the basket herself. Good for 2. Whalers took their eye off the ball, and McDonald was cheating in. We know how fast she is. She plays soccer. She had an incredible season out on Mac Aldridge Field. playing girls soccer. Well, she gets tagged with her second foul. This is Durfee's 5th foul, so that could be trouble later on in this game. Or in this half, I should say. That was Erin Resendiz, number 1, going down that far sideline, right along the crowd, and went out of bounds off of White, so Whalers keep the ball. That's out to Indio, now back to Resendiz, to Antunes. Loose ball, another turnover. This time the Hilltoppers come out with it. Jordan Govin gets it to Alyssa Correa. It goes back to Govin. Emsley to her left. She's going to go to McDonald in the corner, who wants a quick 3. It's long. Correa using the height. We just talked about that. Gets it back. Fresh shot clock. Back to McDonald. Now to, that was Correa. Travel called on Govin, so a turnover there. Took an extra step.
Yeah, Durfee definitely has the height advantage in this game. There's only a couple of players on Durfee that are even the same height as the girls here on New Bedford.
Yeah, and Correa pretty tall. She's got long arms, so she was able to reach out and get that rebound back. Govin, I think Govin and Correa are about the tallest ones on the court right now. Antunes could not put that one up. No good. Durfee gets it back. Emsley going coast to coast. What a block underneath. Trying to see who that was. There was a foul. That is number 33, Ali Lucio. She gets her first foul, but that was a nice block. So Emsley at the line for the first time. Going for 2. It's 12-3 Durfee, 2:53 to play in this first quarter. Again, really long first quarter compared to many of the games we've done this season across the board. This has been a long first quarter.
Definitely.
Nicole Emsley, nothing but net. The Hilltoppers are perfect 4 for 4 at the line tonight. And they have held the Lady Whalers scoreless for 6 straight minutes.
Yeah, Durfee's really starting to pull away in this game. They're really starting to take control of this game.
Well, you just say that, but the Hilltoppers do lose the ball again on another turnover. McDonald's going to take a seat, give way to Abby Callahan coming into the game. Fairly comfortable lead. Again, New Bedford struggling right now, so Coach Kelly electing to sub a couple players out here. Antunes called for her first foul. It's New Bedford's 3rd. Emsley will inbound. They get it out to Callahan. Emsley with it. Carrero trying to get free. Emsley will just put it up herself and bank it in. She's got 6. I like seeing Durfee spreading the wealth right now. 4 players with points. Govin with 2, 4 for Carrero, and McDonald 6 for Emsley. And a foul on the Hilltoppers. This will be number 6, and the Whalers will get to the line. Alyssa Correa called on her first foul. Yeah, I believe that's Indio at the line here shooting 2. She's got such long hair, I can't see her number. That was Indio. So she missed on the first, knocked down the second, and the Whalers get their first point in nearly 7 minutes of play. Correa for 3. She got it. Durfee's first from outside. It's a 15-point lead in this first quarter. It's turned into a runaway. Monica Ayers couldn't put that one in. Callahan gets the pass across the arc, and Carrero puts it in.
2 sophomores there working together.
Yeah, and that's something that Coach Kelly's got to love because he knows they're going to be around for a while. They had 2 more years. Garvin with the steal. Going around, Lucio gets it to Callahan. She wants 3 off the back of the basket. It goes. Whalers recover. And that is Lucio with the ball. Monica Ayers biding her time as we come up on 60 seconds in this first quarter. Gives it off to Mackenzie Smith. Smith in a sea of hills. Callahan just took it away like a football strip. Just took it out of her hands. Garvin pulls up for 3. That one's a little long. Carrero underneath gets fouled.
Yeah, Durfee's certainly been playing some tight D out here tonight.
And again, it could be the size advantage that's helping them be able to make some of these plays.
Yeah, they've certainly been out overpowering them on the ball, as you just saw Callahan just absolutely strip the ball right out of her hands.
Mackenzie Smith gets her first foul of the night. This is New Bedford's 4th foul. Garvin's going to take a seat for the Hilltoppers. 47.3 on the clock. Carrero missed that first free throw. She'll go for a second here. And some of the subs, again, coming in for these last couple minutes of this first quarter before the 60-second timeout in between quarters. 22-4 after that free throw.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to see some different Durfee players in here tonight. Give some of their starters a rest.
That's tipped away by, that looked like Madison Coogan, number 13. It was. Good to see her back playing as well, because I remember last year in girls volleyball, bad knee injury, and she was out for a while. So nice to see her back on the court. Correa trying to strip it. Shot clock violation. Again, the Durfee D getting tight here. 16 seconds in this first quarter. So Durfee will look to have the last shot in what has really been an impressive first quarter. Callahan loses the ball. We've got a foul coming on New Bedford with 6 seconds.
Yeah, Durfee's been doing just about everything right here in this first quarter here. They haven't really made many mistakes.
First foul on Resendiz, number 1. 5th for the Whalers. No shot, so 6 seconds to inbound. Carrero to, that was Coogan to Correa. And that'll do it in his first quarter. How about that? Lady Hilltoppers with 22 points in the first quarter, and they hold the Whalers to just 4. All 4 of those coming thanks to Riley Indio. And if it wasn't for her 3 to start this game, it'd probably be 22-1 right now. So this was a very impressive first quarter.
Absolutely. As I was saying before, the Hilltoppers really haven't been making many mistakes tonight. Their fouls have been good fouls. They haven't been making any really sloppy plays out there, and it's clearly paying off for them.
Quickly tallying up the scoring in that first quarter. Leading all scorers, Shaylin Carrero at it again. She has 7. Nicole Emsley just a tick behind her with 6. McDonald with 4. Correa with 3. And Garvin with 2. So, and that's actually your 5 starters. So all 5 starters with points, and that's exactly what you want. On the other side, the 4 points for the Whalers go to Riley Indio. The quick pull-up 3 and then the free throw late in this first quarter.
Yeah, as you were saying prior to the game, Evan, the Hilltoppers really spread the wealth around in that game against Brockton, which really helped them pull out the win there. And they're doing the same thing tonight, which is really great.
And keep in mind, they did that. They won that game basically without Jordan Garvin because she did have a rough game. And there is Garvin there. That one does not roll in. Durfee did start with the ball, but they give it up after the missed shot. And Garvin only had 3 points in that 46-42 win back on January 8th. Hilltoppers get it right back, though, and Jayla Hall just in off the bench. Number 2, she puts it in, 4-2. We also have Brittany Baker into the game right now, number 22. So, like you said, we might see some of the B squad here a bit tonight. Whalers get 2. believe that was Avisa, number 11.
Yeah, that's been New Bedford's first point since really the start of the game, except for that one free throw that Indio scored.
7th foul for the Hilltoppers. It is Jordan Govan's 2nd. And that puts the Whalers into bonus. So they're shooting at the line now from this point forward until the half. It's a 1-and-1 situation. It'll be Indio at the line. And Indio misses the first one. So no second shot. Govan with the feed underneath. Oh, that was nice. Jayla Hall with a nice little spin move in the paint.
Another foul here on the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, really racking them up, and I think that's maybe the only thing we take away from this one right now that they're having trouble with is maybe the over-aggressiveness is they're getting some calls here. They're drawing the whistles. Another 1-and-1, no good. Kendall Carvalho, number 45, trying to get it back. The Hilltoppers come out with it. So she missed on the 1-and-1.
Whalers haven't really been able to capitalize on all those free throws, so the fouls that Durfee has been getting haven't really affected them.
That was Govan for 2. Just inside the arc. Indio off the front of the rim. She wanted another 3. That's Callahan to Coogan to Baker. Back out to Coogan. Govan wants it. She's going to drive the lane. Little roller off the fingertips, and it's good. So quick 4 points for her. Come up on 6 minutes to play in the half. 30-6 the score. Indio with it. And that's blocked by Coogan. Coogan loses it. Govan is there to scoop it. No worse for wear. Hall to Baker, back to Govan. Now to Callahan. Ooh, almost a travel. That could have. She almost took an extra step there. Baker lost it for a second, keeps it. 7 on the shot clock. Govan going to the basket again. Almost the same exact play call.
Yeah, she's been playing really well tonight.
What do you see different? Because Govan had a bit of a tough first quarter there, but now 6 points in this second quarter. Pretty impressive. So what are you seeing differently? Maybe is she making some adjustments?
She seems like she's playing a little bit more confidently now. She's really driving to the basket, using her size to her advantage. It's really been helping her out.
And, you know, I think that's kind of one of the things that we look back at that other game is she was going for a lot of three-pointers, but they just were missing, and she wasn't able to drive the lane. And maybe that was Brockton's defense as well, but she's really been able to get in the paint tonight quite a few times.
Yeah, Brockton definitely has a big team, so that might stop her from wanting to drive right to the hoop.
Turnover there, so the Whalers will get it back. Resendiz, number 1 there. Looking for Indio. She gets her. Indio gets it to Gracia. And Resendiz puts it up. That's no good. Baker with the rebound. She'll pass it back to Govan. I mean, honestly, if you're Durfee, this is like, just slow this game up. You have a big lead. You know, don't take the foot off the gas pedal too much. From way out, Reagan McDonald with a 3. And we got a timeout. 35-6. Hilltoppers up right now.
Durfee's certainly playing a really good game today. And as I was saying before, even now Reagan McDonald just getting into the game and putting up some points immediately, which is a really nice sign.
Well, again, you know, if the Hilltoppers can win this game, they will tie for the Big 3. And they were only lost was to Brockton. And Brockton has one loss as well. So this is it's turning out to be a pretty good situation for Durfee, and this would be a big win for them, especially since as Coach Kelly said, we talked about in the open, it's been a bit of a rough patch for the Hilltoppers. So to bounce back against maybe a team, maybe they're not doing too well this season, but a win is a win, and a Big 3 title is a Big 3 title.
Exactly. Ever since the first Dartmouth game, I believe it was, for the Durfee girls, they've been having a really tough time. It was a pretty tough loss to Dartmouth, and they really hadn't been able to get it together since then. So this win tonight would really help them out.
Yeah, Dartmouth stung both our teams here because the boys came in and walloped our boy Hilltopper team, the boys basketball team. So Jeff Cameron's team came into this facility and really took care of business, got their revenge because the Hilltoppers beat the Dartmouth boys in Dartmouth earlier in the year, but then the Lady Indians taking care of the Lady Hilltoppers as well. So Dartmouth's a tough school. Let me tell you, they are just solid across the board. I haven't seen a school in the area with so many playoff teams other than Dartmouth. I mean, what they're doing right now, they got their program's just really they're sky high right now.
Yeah, they have an excellent hockey team. Their football team won the state championship last year.
Yeah. Back to back, they repeated. So Southeast Division III champs for 2 years in a row. Not easy.
Certainly not at all.
So the jump ball will give it to the Whalers. So the Hilltoppers get it back. McDonald using the speed, and it rolls off the rim. So on the other side, Correa goes up for 3, no good. Gracia with it, gives it to Indio. The Whalers get the ball back. There was a quick glimpse there for you at home, seeing how fast McDonald really is, number 1 for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, she's definitely been a standout in soccer and even in track, so she's really using her speed to help her out here.
Correa for 3, that's off the mark, just a bit to the right. And that draws a foul.
As you can see on that last play, McDonald really just wheeling around everybody underneath the basket, really using her speed.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Kelly really liked that call. He's not really barking. He's asking about a jump ball instead, but I don't know. You know, we were shielded by the 2 Hilltoppers, so if there was contact, we couldn't see it. So it's the second foul for Emsley and the 9th for Durfee. So the next one will be an automatic 2 shots instead of the 1-and-1. Carrero with the rebound. Quick pass now to Correa. To Emsley, who tries to scoop it underneath. Carrero was there. Emsley gets it back again, and she puts it in. She's got 8. And it is a 21-point lead for Durfee. Haven't seen a blowout like this in a long time. Caitlin Santos put that one up. That was going to be for 2. She was just inside. The ball got away there, so Resendiz reels it back in. Our officials tonight, we have Jared Smoller and James Toole out on the court, doing a nice job tonight. The men in the pinstripes. Monica Ayers will inbound. Gets it to Gracia. She'll give it back. Ayers going to go around the arc. Gets it to Santos, an errant pass. It'll be New Bedford ball, though. Looks like McDonald got her hand on it. So Isabel McDonald had the ball go out off of her. Now she gets it back, and she is tripped up, sliding to the ground across the Durfee D. And it should be New Bedford's 6th foul. It is. It's on Mackenzie Smith. To the basket went Emsley, so she has 10 now on the night. Resendiz in the corner, gets it back to Monica Ayers. Almost lost it. Back to Resendiz for a quick three, and it's a little long off the backboard. No basket. It'll be red ball.
Bedford couldn't make the ball fall into that basket right there.
No, when things are going badly and luck is not on your side, nothing falls. But when it's amazing how luck can really play into things, because you play sports. When you're having good luck, everything goes right. You can't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
I always think of baseball when we talk about luck, because it's such a long season. You go through slumps, you go through hot streaks. When a hitter is seeing the ball, I mean, they get the bounces right, they get the infield hits, they get everything. Everything goes just right. But when you're going bad, you could go up there with a 2x4 and try to hit the ball. You still wouldn't touch it. That's no good. Hilltoppers trying to get it back. They do as we come up on 60 seconds here. Emsley once more gives it to Carrero. Nice feed underneath. Carrero's first points of this quarter. She's got 9. We are under 60 seconds. 41-6, Durfee leads. Another three put up by the Whalers. That one off the back of the rim. Quick pass out to Correa. Carrero calling. Instead, it is number 25, Jamila Foster, putting it in for 2. Her first basket of the night. 27-point lead. I'm sorry, 37-point lead. I can't even believe it. So second foul called on Alyssa Correa, and it is Durfee's 10th, so it's an automatic 2 shots for the Whalers here. And the first one is good. That was Monica Ayers. So her first points tonight. That one rolls off. Nicole Emsley with the rebound. 15 seconds before the half, so look to just run out the clock here. Maybe take a shot if she sees an open lane. Lost it. 5 seconds. The Whalers with it. They'll try to get a shot. No foul, says Brendan Kelly. And I think we're going to have a foul here before that buzzer. We'll see what the official call is. There is a foul. We said no fouls, and they still fouled. First foul for Coogan.
Yeah, that's really not too big of a deal for the Hilltoppers, as they has a absolutely huge lead right now.
Sophie Kamir, number 4, will shoot with nobody around the basket because time has expired. She misses the first. And this last free throw attempt should end the first half. And that'll do it. What was a very long first half for the Lady Whalers. They put up just 3 in that second quarter.
Yeah, it certainly was. It's been a really rough game for them. Obviously, they've really just been outplayed because they really just can't keep up with the Hilltoppers right now.
And unfortunately, that is, again, the signs of a struggling team. And, Coach Pina said, if the girls come out and they play strong, that's all he can ask for as a coach. And I think that's all that any coach could really ask for. So as it stands right now, it's a blowout, 43-7 at the half. Durfee leads New Bedford. During this halftime, we want you to stay with us. We're going to cut to some great highlights that we have from this past week, some other great games from the hardwood. We headed to Diamond for 2 senior night games and to Bishop Conley for a senior night game. So senior nights aplenty right now. So we're going to cut to those highlights now, so stay with us. Second half coming up right after that. We'll begin on Tuesday, where the Diamond Bengals celebrated the 2016 graduating class in nearly a packed house. Coach Nick Santos honoring his 5 seniors, Cassius Aruda, Sean Vertentes, Brandon Pacheco, Christopher Silva, and Jeremy Coleman. We'll take a look at the highlights from that same night against Old Colony. Bengals out to the 2-0 lead. Cassius Aruda gives up the ball, then gets it back, lets it fly, and knocks down a 3. Diamond up 5-zip. Late in the first now, 5-3 the score. Cougars trying to tie it up, but no way. Brad Carrero at the net for the denial. Good defense from Diamond right there. Jump to the second now, tied at 7. Sean Rigo finds Cam Quentel for the corner 3. That puts Diamond up 10-7. The Bengals would go on to lose this one 55-49, the final score. Now, on Wednesday, we headed over to Bishop Conley, where the playoff-bound Lady Cougars and Coach Kate McDonald paid tribute to their 2 seniors, Savea Erickson-Potter and Brianna Raposa. We'll jump into the action at the end of the first quarter. Cougars down 13-6. Jennifer Driscoll passing down the court to Lauren LeClaire underneath for 2. That makes it a 5-point game. Second quarter now, Cardinals up by 11. Conley's Jennifer Driscoll gets going. She'd been quiet till this point. She gets free, sinks the 3, makes it 19-11. A couple minutes later, it's Driscoll again. She drops back, launches it, and knocks down another from outside. Unfortunately, her efforts would not be enough as Case spoils Conley's senior night, defeating the Cougars 42-36, the final. Now, while the Lady Bengals also celebrated senior night on Tuesday along with the boys, Coach Shane Doyle recognizing his 7 seniors, Abigail Medeiros, Marissa Cordero, Matea Blakeney, Jessica Gosson, Sabrina Costa, Marissa Matias, and Cara Pimentel. We were on site for the Lady Bengals' final home game, which was Thursday night versus Bristol Plymouth. And with a win last time out, the Bengals have also qualified for the state tournament. That's 2 years in a row for Diamond. Pick it up in the second quarter. Diamond down 13-10. Samantha Correa with the feed to Maya Parker. Around the defender to the basket for 2. Makes it a 1-point game. Next possession, Sabrina Costa finds Cara Pimentel in the corner for 3 on the senior-to-senior connection. Bengals back ahead. It would be a tight-knit contest throughout the night. Diamond comes out on top with win number 10, 35-33 over BP. So some great stuff there, Owen. Senior night is always a lot of fun, and so great to see, the Diamond Bengals, both the girls and the boys, celebrating senior night this week, as well as the Conley girls. And also should note that the Lady Bengals and the Lady Cougars are both in the state tournament. They qualified.
Yeah, that's really great to see. Another local team qualifying for states, really showing that Fall River's really getting it together with that.
Winter sports have been very successful over the last few seasons. We've seen most of the teams actually qualify. They may not have gone very deep, but just to get in is a great accomplishment.
Absolutely.
So we're back to the action here at the Fieldhouse. Evan Massoud with Owen Norton here on Fred TV Channel 9. Big 3 girls basketball between the Hilltoppers and the visiting New Bedford Whalers. Durfee way ahead in this one right now. 43-7 is the score. And they're on offense now looking for more. The Whalers go on defense. I did not expect a blowout like this, but I did expect the Hilltoppers to win easily, given the struggles that New Bedford has had. Well, look at this, 5 on the shot clock. They got to put one up, and they draw a foul. I didn't expect the big blowout, but I did expect the Hilltoppers to win this game, and right now it sure looks like they're going to.
Absolutely.
So Carrero fouled on the putback, so she's at the line. First foul of this second half for the Whalers. It goes to Devin Antunes. It's her second. Carrero now 2 for 3 after that one. Make it 3 for 4. So that makes it a 45-7 lead. Hilltoppers, one more basket. It'll be a 40-point lead.
Durfee's still really playing that really tight D here.
Well, as they say, right, don't fix what ain't broke. I think that's what the saying is. So they got 8 on the shot clock. Whalers got to get one off here. off the glass right into the hands of Emsley. She'll take it up the court. Slows it up. I would really be interested to see, we said this at the end of the first half. I'd be interesting to see if the Hilltoppers slow things up here and really try to use a lot of the shot clock. You know, take their time since they have such a big lead. There's no reason to make this, you know, put up 80 points tonight. They have a comfortable lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised that they really haven't started slowing it down, really taking all the time that they need.
Garvin with it after Carrero stole it back on the rebound. Emsley gets the pass. Underneath she goes, and she knocks it in. She's got 12 on the night. Just finishing up, tallying some of the point totals from that first half, and really impressive across the board for Durfee. That one no good either, so Carrero gets the rebound. Garvin to Emsley to McDonald in the corner to Carrero, and she loses it. It is a 40-point lead, by the way, with that last basket.
Yeah, this is a really big. I'm seeing that it's probably going to be a Durfee win here tonight, and I'm seeing that they're really playing good, and it's going to be a huge accomplishment for them. Seeing that now they will be the third local girls team to qualify for states.
That's right. All three teams would be in. The Hilltoppers can win this game tonight. Second foul on Carrero tonight. And the first free throw is missed. I believe that's number 5, Alana Gracia. It is. Her first trip to the line is an offer. So the struggles continue for the Lady Whalers. And this was one of the first things that Coach Pina told me when we were talking. He said, the offense has been trouble. It's been very difficult scoring points this year. And, you know, he said it's been one of those times where the girls are just, they're doing the best that they can, basically. So,
yeah, it's certainly a rebuilding year for New Bedford here. It'll be interesting to see how they are in the next couple of years.
McDonald put up a 3. It was no good. It went around the horn, and then she threw it away out of the reach of Shaylin Carrero. So the Lady Whalers will get it back here. Running down the point totals, Nicole Emsley leading the way with 10. 9 for Carrero, 8 for Garvin, 4 for McDonald and Hall off the bench, 3 for Correa, 3 for McDonald off the bench. That's Reagan McDonald. And 2 for Jamila Foster.
Yeah, Durfee's certainly been spreading the scoring around. It's really nice to see some kids
8
getting off the bench, getting
exactly.
to pad their stats a little bit.
8 Hilltoppers with points. That's when you know you're having a good night. So 9 on the shot clock. Whalers inbound it. Allie Lucio gives it off, running out of time. And they do get points out of it. Gracia with her first basket of the night. Puts it in as the shot clock was expiring just before the buzzer. McDonald for 3. That one's off the mark. To the right, off the front of the rim. Looks like McDonald's going to... Oh, she is fouled, actually. I thought she committed the foul as she was running away, but foul goes on Lucio, her second. And all the starters taking a seat right now for Durfee. I have a feeling they may be done even for the night with such a big lead.
Yeah, I could certainly see that. Let the bench players really get out there, get some good time at varsity level.
Yeah, and you know what it does is it gives Coach Kelly a look at what he's got. And it gets them, you know, some minutes of game time before the playoffs. That's important.
And they also get to rest the starters, which is another big help going into playoff times.
That's right. As Katie Bonalovitz just in off the bench, puts her first basket in for Durfee. So 49-9 is the score as Callahan takes it across center. I mean, yeah, the last thing you want is to see, you know, Jordan Garvin roll an ankle in a game that is, you know, well out of reach right now. Don't want to see any of that. So no unnecessary injuries, playing it safe. Paige Avisa is fouled. Callahan's first foul of the night. Second for Durfee in this half. I'd say really the only thing that you take away from this one right now that I think the Hilltoppers need to take a look at and just be a little aware of is turnovers. We saw a lot of them in those first maybe 5 minutes of the game. It's been limited since, but a lot of turnovers early and a lot of fouls. They had, if I recall, it was 6 fouls after one quarter. So that's you don't want to put another team at the line in the beginning of the second quarter. So something to keep an eye on there.
Especially going into playoffs there, you really need to start the game strong, and you really can't have these really top-tier teams going up and just getting free points at the foul line.
Exactly, because, let's face it, and, it's not a diss or anything, but the Hilltoppers get into the playoffs. They will face teams that are stronger than New Bedford tonight. Backcourt violation there. Actually, I think she carried the ball. So I don't think she quite got to the backcourt, but the turnover nonetheless. Antunes with it underneath, hits the bottom of the glass, puts it up again, puts it up a third time. If you fail once, try again. She gets her first basket, and the Whalers get into double digits. They have 11. Reagan McDonald to Hall. Oh, Hall throws it away.
A little bit of miscommunication out there by the Hilltoppers, but now they're getting that ball back. Callahan moving it up the court.
And another foul coming. This should put Callahan at the line. It is 2 shots on the 4th foul for the Whalers. First foul of the night on number 2 for New Bedford. We actually don't have number 2. I think that's incorrect. There is no number 2. It was on 12. Third foul on Antunes as Callahan misses both on her first trip. Hilltoppers keep it, though. They got the rebound. Coogan trying to break free. She can't turn in. They'll get it across to Brittany Baker. Back to Coogan. Now out to McDonald. This is for 3, and it's good. Reagan McDonald with her second from downtown. 52-11 the score. Largest lead of the night. Oh, and a travel call. Madison Coogan trying to get back. And took one step too many there.
Yeah, I believe she thought she had the foul going the other way, so she just took an extra step there, but they didn't make that call.
Kendall Cavallo coming in for the Lady Whalers. That's for 3. Long, but the rebound does go to the Whalers. Oh, that's over the glass out of bounds, and that'll be Durfee ball. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. I'll tell you, this one has gone by fast. Not too many stoppages in play, not too many turnovers, not too many fouls. Pretty average third quarter here. Went pretty quickly.
Pretty opposite of that first quarter that just was dragging on. A lot of whistles there.
Yeah. By far, tonight's first quarter was the longest of the season, at least in the games we've covered. Most of the time we get to halftime, we can't believe it's already halftime. So McDonald put that one up no good. She gets her own rebound. Callahan gives the feed to Coogan. Coogan bounces it in and out. Callahan trying to get it back. She's on the ground waiting for a whistle. There it is, a jump ball. And it should be Durfee ball. And we got timeout for the Hilltoppers. So 52-11 is the score as it stands right now. We got 1 minute to play in the third quarter. And again, with the B squad, I guess you could say, right? Having the bench come in and play, Durfee's offense has slowed up a bit. It's basically now a matter of just kind of playing keep away with the big lead.
Yeah, exactly. Just that. They're really not here to run the score up. Coach Kelly, he runs a really clean team. They're not gonna drive up the score and just disrespect him like that. He has more respect for the game than that. So you'll just see him holding the ball, I bet, for the rest of this third quarter into the fourth, and just preserve the lead and keep it a good game.
I got to say, all of the coaches in the city here are really good about, playing the games right, whatever it is that they're coaching. And you said it, Coach Kelly plays a clean game. He coaches a clean team. They do things right, and that's important. Sportsmanship is so underrated these days, especially when you look at some of the pro teams, and it's good to see. It really is good to see this at the high school level. Teaching the kids at the starts of their sporting careers, for some of them who want to pursue professional sports, teaching them young that you got to play the game right. You can't just go around, and push players around and be a punk, or you got to play the game right, and it's good to see that here at high school level.
Yeah, it even prepares them for life outside of athletics. If you're playing straight basketball, you're probably going to be pretty straight in life, which is a really good way to be.
First foul of the night on number 30 for the Hilltoppers. I think that's actually supposed to be 33. Regan McDonald's. We have 30 up on there, but should be on McDonald, and that's why Resendiz is at the line. Resendiz missed them both. Baker puts it up. That's off the rim. 30 seconds. Durfee gets it back on the miss. 20 seconds. Baker with the pass to, that was to Foster. She put it in for two. Her second basket tonight. And with 10 seconds, the Whalers will look to have the last shot here in this third quarter. Looks like Baker came down with it, and that's it. Oh! It went off the rim. She had good distance, good aim there, maybe just a little too hard. It didn't have enough of an arc. That really would have been something if that went in, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
So 54-12 the score, as the Lady Whalers grab 5 in that quarter.
I certainly give the Lady Whalers credit here. They're really not giving up in this game. They're still playing hard, and they're down by a huge margin, but they're really not giving up.
No, and that that goes back to what Coach Pina was saying, is that you want to get the girls to play hard and give it their all. Doesn't matter what the score is. Play the best you can, and I think they're doing that right now. Durfee is clearly the stronger team, but they're making an effort. They're doing the best that they can, and that's important.
Absolutely. As a coach, you still got to be proud of them for even just putting up the effort, even though they're down by such a huge margin.
Final 8 minutes of play here at Durfee, 54-12. The Hilltoppers lead the Lady Whalers, and right now with the large lead as it stands, 42 points are the margin. The Lady Hilltoppers just need to run out the clock here. They will be co-Big Three champs here in 2015, 2016 with the Brockton Boxers. This is the final Big Three game for Durfee, and with the 2-1 record, Brockton also only has the one loss, so Durfee just needs to hold on here, and it sure looks like they're going to. Right now, updated stats, 9 Hilltoppers with points tonight, which is just really, it's like unheard of.
Correa and Kuhn coming back in for the Hilltoppers.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. Resendiz loses the ball. An errant pass there. Tries to strip it back from Callahan. Should go one-on-one with her. Callahan doing a nice job protecting the ball. Brittany Baker gets the pass. Now outside to Correa. She's already hit a 3 tonight. Callahan gets it back. Loose ball, got to get it before it goes out. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and if the Lady Whalers can stop Durfee here, oh, there's a foul. Fifth foul for the Whalers, and it is the third on Mackenzie Smith. And just when it looked like the Whalers were going to stop Durfee, the foul is called, and Callahan will head to the line for her second trip. She was 0 for 2 in the first one. That one is a little spin and rolls right in. A miss on the second one, so 1 for 4 tonight. Off the back of the rim was that one put up by Monica Ayers. Jump ball is called, and it'll be Whalers' ball.
This game is certainly starting to slow down here as we're going into this last quarter here. Hilltoppers obviously just trying to maintain the lead, slow the game down, burn some clock. And Whalers are trying to keep working, but nothing's really going their way so far.
3 rebounds to the Hilltoppers. They can't get it to fall. And it's a traffic jam under the net. Who wants it? And it looks like a jump ball was called. This time, Durfee ball. Madison Coogan holding on to it. And it'll be Brittany Baker inbounding. No, actually, they trade off. Alyssa Correa, rather, inbounded. And there is Correa getting back to her post. That's good for 3. Her second from outside. 58-12. And a whistle was blown there. Cavallo had possession of the ball. Went out of play. So the Whalers will inbound the ball. Quick pass to Gracia. To the near side here right in front of us to Kamir. Cavallo puts it in for 2. That's her first one tonight. Limited playing time. That one stolen by Gracia. The captain will take it to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Rolled right off the side of the rim.
Yeah, as we were saying around halftime, we're saying Whalers have been having really bad luck this game, and that's another perfect example of it. Really, on that break right there, just couldn't get that layup to fall.
Nice coverage, though, by Sophie Kamir right there, going one-on-one with Alyssa Correa. Correa had to throw through the hands just to get free. She wants another 3. That one no good. Foster can't get the rebound. Whalers will have it. Resendiz over to Ayers. Ayers in the paint. Bounces it off the back of the rim. Brittany Baker is tripped up as she and Cavallo get tangled up, and Cavallo is going to be called on a foul. She's already wearing the knee brace, and she's walking away with a bit of a limp. That's Cavallo's first foul. Should mention that the Whalers are also without one of their other veterans, Gianna Haight, and I remember seeing Haight play last year. She's a very good player too, and she's out for the year with an injury, and so that's also a killer. Nice pass underneath. Brittany Baker putting it in for 2. Oh, my apologies. That was Katie Bonalovitz, number 21, getting a basket there, her second tonight. Hilltoppers have hit 60 points on the night, 60-14 with 4 minutes to play in the game. Evan Massoud and Owen Norton with you here at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse, where the Durfee Hilltoppers are going to be Big 3 champs this year with the Brockton Boxers, co-champs of the Big 3 title here in 2015, 2016. Durfee girls just going to basically run out the clock here, Owen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been quite a rout for Durfee here. They've just been outplaying the Whalers. I mean, as we saw coming to this game, we knew that they were a little bit undersized. We knew there was going to be a rebuild year, but it's been a larger margin of victory than I expected.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you as Bonna Lovitz was fouled. She said she's at the line, missing that first one. Hilltoppers are in bonus with that last foul for the Whalers, but because Bonna Lovitz was going for a shot, it's not a 1-and-1, it's an automatic 2 shots, and she does hit that second one. This is for 3. It's off the front of the rim. Baker with the rebound. Nice pass to Foster. She'll put it in off the glass. She's had a nice game off the bench, and the Hilltoppers lead by 49 points. I mean, this is historic. I mean, I have not seen a blowout like this. I don't think in any of the 4 years I've been doing basketball here on Fred TV, I have not seen a blowout like this. That was just inside the line for Sophie Kamir, so just inside the arc for 2. Makes it 63-16. Off the glass and off the side of the rim, Madison Coogan could not put it in. Making a bid for her first points. Trying to get in the book here. That's for 3 on the other side there. Riley Indio, she started off the scoring with a 3-pointer way back in the first minutes of play. Correa wants another 3. That one no good. So a little 5-0 run here for the Whalers. And they lose the ball there. Coogan getting it to Correa. Bonna Lovitz underneath. Back to Bonna Lovitz. Now to Coogan. 15 on the shot clock. Little pass to Foster. Bonna Lovitz in the paint. Gives it to Baker. Now to Correa. 5 on the shot clock. Got to get it off. And they're going to be called for a shot clock violation. First time tonight the Whalers have held Durfee. That was a good sequence right there.
Yeah, it was nice passing by Durfee, but it was also just really, really tight defense by the Whalers.
And, you know, I take that back because just like before, same situation, it ended up being a foul. A foul on the shot, and Bonna Lovitz at the line. She just hit her first one. 3rd foul of the night for Paige Aviza. Bonna Lovitz hit the first, and she hits the second one. So
Reagan McDonald is back in the game for the Hilltoppers.
Yep, she'll likely finish things off on the court as we're under 2 minutes to play. I like some of the passing I'm seeing from the Whalers as well here late in this game. Being aggressive, passing around the arc.
Yeah, both teams have been pretty confident with the ball, which is always good to see.
Callahan to Coogan. Coogan deflects it to Baker. Bonna Lovitz with the rebound, trying to do a little spin move. She loses it. Out of bounds, off of red. It'll be Durfee ball, under 90 seconds to play.
Yeah, this game will certainly be a huge confidence booster for the Hilltoppers going into the playoffs, being co-Big 3 champions, and just coming off of a huge win.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Coach Pina is calling timeout here with minute 23 to play. It's a 65-19 score. So we'll just look at the road ahead while we have a second. From here, Durfee will host during the vacation week. This week, they'll host tonight, Monday. Or I should say they'll host Monday after tonight. They host Somerset and Taunton. Then they head to North Attleboro. And then the following Wednesday, senior night here at the Fieldhouse against Attleboro. So 4 games to go. Somerset's always tough. Attleboro is actually always tough. This is a pretty good stretch for Durfee. This will be a good test for the rest of the season. And for the New Bedford Whalers, they have 5 games left on the schedule. Next Monday, they're home. Then 3 on the road, Wareham, Old Rochester, and Taunton. And then they finish with a home game against Old Rochester Regional.
As we were saying, those tough teams at the end of the season will really help prepare the Hilltoppers for the playoffs, which will be exactly what they need. So they're not coming in off of playing games like other teams similar to the skill level of New Bedford. They're coming off of other playoff level teams, so they'll be really well prepared for it.
Yeah, they'll stay fresh. They won't come in cold, basically, and it will be a good test as well, like you said, because they're going to face some tough teams, some tough defenses. 9th foul for the Whalers will put Coogan at the line. This is Coogan's first trip. She misses the first one. She hits the second, so Madison Coogan will get in the scorebook with points. We come up on a minute 15. That one wide to the left. Devin Antunes can't put it in, but it goes out off of Durfee. So the Whalers will get to inbound it. That's for 3. Put in from way behind the arc there by Ali Lucio, her first points of the game. And it puts the Whalers over 20. So 66-22, the score. We are under a minute to play here at the Fieldhouse. Not a bad crowd tonight. Not the biggest crowd, but unfortunately the boys tend to draw a little bit bigger of a crowd than the girls do. The girls don't always get the bigger crowds. It's the boys that do. But not a bad crowd for a Friday night because it is cold. This weekend is supposed to be really cold, so glad to see people coming out. Callahan gets it off. Shot clock violation. Well, the buzzer, no shot clock violation really. It's just the buzzer went off. And 2 more points for Lucio. So a quick 5 points there for the Whalers. And this should do it. With 15 seconds, no fouls. Whalers do hang around a little bit. Loose ball. New Bedford will pick it up. And Coach Pena says, just slow it up. Quick put up, no good. And that's going to do it. Tough night for the Whalers, but I'll tell you, I've said this a few times in the 4 years, and it's nice to say it again. Congratulations to the Durfee Lady Hilltoppers. They are co-Big 3 champs here in the 2015-2016 season, and with the league win, they will have a playoff berth once again.
Yeah, this will be really great for the Hilltoppers, seeing that they were struggling coming into this game. Hopefully this game will really help turn the season around and get them right on course for the playoffs.
And, it's worth noting that the Whalers did put up 12 points in that fourth quarter. So that was a nice way to finish, considering that they did struggle in the game. And, they did bounce back. Both benches were pretty much into the game as well, but good for both coaches to see what they have there as well.
Absolutely.
Hilltoppers also had 12 in that fourth quarter. So it was the first half that really put this one away. Toppers led 43-7 after 2 quarters, 54-12 after 3, and they win it 66-24. For our great crew tonight, we had Rachel Duvall on camera, along with Jessica Miranda and Brooke Teves, Brandon Arrayes and Mira Saba directing, sharing the role of directing tonight. Owen Norton, my partner in crime tonight. I'm Evan Massoud. We'll see you again real soon.